Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it is by you. I hope you're having a great day. I am going to finish up this draft. We started horribly in the draft. We were unfortunately 2-0, and then we won the next three in a row. And I feel like that's just a monumental victory at this point. Um, and so this was the practice deck that we had, and one of the things that I did was bring in the Mirror Crab Shell as a top end threat and got rid of the Cameo of Restless Shadows. 5 mana for a 3/3 that buys back a card that hasn't really moved the needle at the end of the match just didn't seem like a good fit. So Kami of Restless Shadows has not proven to be the card that I was hoping for, and having 2 of them in the deck just is not. It's made it very dangerous, right? Like we've been in a lot of board stalls, doing top decking kinds of things. I do think that getting 7 mana in this format is a little bit easier, especially if you can chump block and slow down your opponent with removal spells and clean through the mana in order to continue to hit your mana drops on the regular basis. So, overall, card quality-wise, we're pretty good in this deck. I like the Gravelighter. The Silver Fur Master works really nice with things like the Rogues and the Ninjas that are in our deck. And so, getting this into a 2/3 is pretty solid. Suddenly that thing becomes a pretty serious threat along the way. We don't have a ton outside of the Mukotai Ambusher as far as, being on the ground flight kind of threat, but a few times the Thousand Face Shadows turned out to be pretty nice, and the Mukotai Ambusher is my favorite thing to copy so far. Simply because we didn't have anything that was hitting for harder than 3, and we were getting the lifelink with this creature. And so getting the lifelink, losing the Mukotai, creating a copy of it, and still having it as a token on the backside of it was really kind of neat. I was a big fan of it. Searchlight Companion is totally fine, but now that we're going to start putting in some higher level kinds of creatures into the deck, I thought this could work out pretty good. The other thing that I did in the deck, because a few times we didn't have the white that we were looking for, and so I dropped down the black and added 2 white as far as proportions are concerned. And so we're going to run a practice or 2, get a sense of the Mirror Shell Crab, seeing if there's anything on the channel ability that kind of makes a lot of sense for us to try. So I just want to get it. It's a card I've never played with, and I hate to make misplays in the middle of my draft in order to figure out, like, oh, oops, I screwed that up. I could just spend 5 minutes over here, run this a few times, get a chance to cast it, and see how that works out. No white, so this is going to sit in the background. A removal spell and a 3 mana creature that puts 2 bodies out is just an awfully scary start, but 4 mana is hard to turn away, right? Another 4 mana creature, we'll say next and end. I do like this combo though between the 2, so we'll take a couple hits, I think. Okay, why not? White cards, sure. Alright, and so unfortunately Sparky doesn't act like a typical person. I think a typical person would, trade that out. That's fine. Sparky acts just like a typical cool beans. I like it a lot. Bring it back from the grave, cast it again. Alright, and so then the next thing we're going to do is attack and go next to blockers, bring in the Ambusher for 2, plop that down, and might as well toss a lethal exploit on a Typhoid Rat just to make sure, right? Is going to get a +1. No, never mind, I was wrong. Oh, and we finally got the white. Going to hold on to this just on the off chance that I might need a removal spell that doesn't attack something with Power 4 Crater. No problems bringing this in. It's health again. Yeah, that was bound to happen. And then at this point, I think I would be letting this guy go by. We had the health to spare. Could throw the white mana out now. No prayers not to. Double attack, and then bring in this. I don't want to lose the token. And bring that back out. Sure. It's kind of cool. It's like just gaining a free token. It's a lot of mana for a token on the cost, but keeps our board safe in a good spot. All right, we could do something like that again. We'll be double doing it this time. We'll lose the token to copy. So again, get the health draw, trade out the creature. Still got the Mukatai, just don't have the ability to reach out to him any longer. All that's pretty solid. Good job. And that's probably going to be the game. We can cast this, and we can attach it to this, and we can all attack. And yeah. So, kind of some fun shenanigans between our two ninjas that are up there. And Repel the Vial just sitting in our hand doing a whole lot of nothing. I only have one copy in the real deck, so chances of it sitting in our hand like that are probably a little smaller than they are in this, where Sparky's not going to play that has 4 on it. A couple removal spells, an Imperial Oath down the road, and a mana cleaner. I guess we will clean up some mana. Let's go with the slow land, since we don't have, getting a Ninja Kunai would be nice, but we don't have a creature to attach it to, so getting it out early doesn't really help. Oh, I messed up. That's, that's a frustrating bummer. Guess what? Why not put 2 of them out there? We just talked about how important it was to get them on the deck. Alright, so we'll throw the land. That'll be our 5th land. We're certainly not going to get rid of our Imperial Oath, so we can do a Mishigo. But again, need a creature to attach to these 2. And it's going to be... we need to keep ramping. It's going to be the next Modern Age, I think. I'll put you up. Sure. And we will remove the flyer. Oops. Oh, I can't tap it. I forgot. Okay. Michigos would be a mistake right now. I think we just use the mana to attach just to get mana efficiency done. Alright, so we can blow up both of those, or we can blow up this and this. I think we keep the flyer's lane open. No blocks is fine. And consider throwing the Ambusher, which is part of the pack, out there and bringing this back. I think that's the right play. We'll do this one right now. No. And again, we're holding off on Reign of Truth. Now that we have a flying lane that's open, I'm probably going to say no to the block, and I am going to throw... Yeah, see, we still need more mana there. I'm going to throw this out there and push a little bit of damage. It's not a huge reason to rush in the race here. We can be hitting for 6 and evening up the score. Oh, come on. Goodbye. We're going to be doing stuff like that. Clean up our hand a little bit. Throw it on the Network Disruptor. It's only going to be a +2. Probably need that mana, right? Because Imperials are super strong, but without the mana, there's not much I can make happen in the direction I want it to, so that's going to help make sure we hit our mana drops. I could do this. I think I would. Right? We're behind on health by quite a bit. So this will help bring that a lot closer. 17 to 16. And he's only threatening 1 damage, right? 2. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay, a little bit of small ball here. Going to come into play. Didn't pick up the mana that we were hoping for. So we'll get rid of 1 Oath, and we will cast you. can tap, what? You? I guess? Since everything else is tapped. We can all attack. There's no reason to do that. Michigo's is strong out there right now, but if it can't attack, it may be a good idea to do. Let's Imperial Oath, see what's coming next. Just really good card. I love how she says it's such a powerful card when it's a common, right? No more lands necessary. Kami of Terrible Secrets is a better body. Flying 1,000 Face Shadows is got a little bit of opportunity to jump in on the next turn, and we could copy like Michigo. So we're going to do that. Definitely dig this going in. This isn't going to do anything, and this will help us gain some life. It'll die, though. Ooh, I don't like that. I'll tell you what, it won't die if we attack like that, though. Yeah, well, one of his things will die. So he'll either double block and let the 5 through, which is fine by me. That's a good win for us. So we get a chance to go up in life. He has a pretty devastating turn in general. Okay. Let's see what a copy of Michigo's looks like. I guess. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but we'll do a 1,000 Face Shadow on the Network Disruptor. Copy the Portrait of Michigo. We will get the 1,000 Face Shadow out the door. Bring in this. So that's something to understand. The Portrait of Michigo doesn't start over a whole new one. It actually just creates a copy of one of the most powerful cards in our hand. So that's nice. Certainly a synergy that I hadn't tried before. So it's kind of neat. Two Michigos in the beginning is kind of painful to look at, but it is what it is. No black mana either. Dang, 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 dang. I mean, we're going to go all the way to Searchlight Companion before we get a chance to play anything that would make sense because of the lack of black mana. Oh, there she blows. I do think that we would rather have our Searchlight out now. We could chump the Rumbling Balroth, and we could Gravelight. So the Pack Hunter going away makes me very happy. I think that that's the better answer here. We'll Reckon a Raid first. We will throw this second. We'll use it as a removal spell here. A little bit of stabilization now. We are going to take 5 damage. Oh, we got destruction. Dude, he is drawing like pretty big. How's he already up? Ouch. Seems strange. Is it like a straight up pass the turn, take 9? Oh, God, I hate that. I thought about passing it. We would get rid of one of the 4-drops. There's just more 4-drops. There's never any 4-drops. goody Gonjo hand here. Ouch. The Thousand Face Shadow is only good if we're coupling. It is nice to get that to come back, but double Michiko suddenly becomes a lot more important. We get one more mana, pull in the Imperial Oath, stabilize a little bit. I'm going to let this one go. Interesting. That was a bit of a mistake, because I can't attack with both. I could have put those extra 3 and had him down quite a bit. Counter that spell. Whew. Look at us. Never mind. We lost. Didn't lose. Very interesting. We should have lost. Just got rid of our one blocker, so it's a bit of a oops. Alright. We don't need any more land. Take anything we try to get. Hoping to just chump block the 2. Play this. Heal up. Attack for the should have lost though. Don't think it counts. What do you say? Black or blue? Yeah, we got it. Let's go. I have to mulligan. The Ninja Kunai sits does nothing. There's this does nothing. Like, I'm doing nothing until turn 6 with that hand. That's a little too long. Network Disruptor is nice, but without a ninja to go after it, it doesn't really affect the board the way I'd want it to. So I think we'll just do this. Unfortunately, we don't have the black spell to cast the stuff that we've got in our hand, so we're going to consider Modern Age next. Yep. Oh, never mind. We have it. There comes a burn spell though, and 3, 2, 1. Yep. Why wouldn't they? Okay with that. Nothing to do here. Just trying to clean through some cards. Discard, huh? I don't like that. I do think this doesn't affect anything, so I do think that we try to life gain our way back into the good graces here. Right? problems with this. It's good. Yeah. Did we actually have a good target? We didn't do anything goofy there. We're going to say end turn. And we'll get rid of the Fearless Halberdier if he ever decides to attack with it, which he doesn't. Probably shouldn't have thrown that, actually. Yeah, well, that's okay. Let's go. GG! Portrait of Michiko. Michiko's Reign of Truth is just a bomb. Okay, so I'm starting to feel this deck out. The Mirror Crab being a counter spell is pretty cool. It's a little bit less effective later in the game, so it's really like in the first 6 turns or 5 turns, it's really kind of what it's at. Oh, this card, man. I could live without that card. Never didn't have it. Let's go. Japan. It's okay. That is A-okay. One way. And we wanted to get rid of that before the turn in order to make sure we had their flight to attack. This is another, like, easy attack. Okay, I had to change my... I take it all back. We'll go here and here. And go next. Then we'll do this and this. Bring this one out, bring this one in. Come in for 4 life gain. Feeling pretty good. We can hold off on the Network Disruptor until the next turn. Cast it, tap the Hollow Priest, and get a better attack. Yeah. Shrine. Right. We still have 4 mana. We have an artifact and no enchantment, so no need to bring out the Commuterra Seekers just yet. A couple life gainers. Sure, there's only 2 health left. Might as well. Nice blocker. Sounds fine. Good shot. I have no idea. Nothing happening here. I'm just gonna force the block. Get the win. Turn 6, pretty nice. Very aggressive. You know, the usual suspects on the ninja side doing the usual suspect things on the ninja side. But pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Let's jump in. This could be very fast, guys. This could just be like a one-time and it's over. One and done. Or we could win 4 in a row. Who knows? Who knows? The deck feels a little bit better. Those Repel the Vile removal spells are terrible in the opening hand and just brilliant at the end of the game. So there are only like weak draw that I've seen so far. Otherwise everything else has felt pretty solid. But this is a quick draft. Everybody's deck is made up of nothing but pretty solid stuff. Let's hope for a blue mana in here out of the 3. Because the 2 cards that we've got on the 2-drop slot are blue in the mana. And we didn't. And I don't think we can run this risk. Okay. This is better. We can just drop one of the Imperial Oaths. We've got one of each of our colors. We don't have a lot going on until turn 3, so we're hoping for a less than hyper-aggressive opponent. But we've got defense. That's good. I think I would do... I mean, with nothing on the board? Yeah, no, I mean, he's going to put something out, and then that Eater Virtue's going to go right onto it. So getting an opportunity to have a Grave Ladder sack out is just too strong. Cleaning up some cards in order to go after a draw just doesn't make a lot of sense. Again, nothing happening, so we'll take it. Could cast a Modern Age, but I don't want to lose the Imperial Oath. I guess we're pretty far away from it, but I'd rather not discard it into the graveyard. It's kind of one of those instrumental to our wins in the late game cards that I'm okay with sitting on until we get to 6 mana. His name is You Are Fake News. That's funny. Stupid, but funny. Are we getting roped because of bad draws? So we certainly have the removal spell in hand already, and that means that we probably want to take the mana and use it. I would love to have gotten a better read on what his play was going to be. Oh, he's back. He's got something he can do here. Don't think it would be playing a creature. It's a removal spell, most likely. Yeah. He's taking 2 damage. None of this is that scary. Thinking, I hold back this mana. What is green and white that has flash? Yeah, I'm gonna play the white mana to stay on time. I'm not gonna clean anything because I kind of like where the cards look, and the Modern Age is gonna force me to discard, and so the chances of me gaining anything out of it just aren't really there. Okay, I dig that. That's a good play. I think we just unfortunately are going to get rid of it right off the bat. But I respect the play. One more blue mana lets us double spell next turn. And it puts us just 1 mana away from the Imperial Oath. Archive Preserve is pretty good. It's a 4/4. Would have liked to have Well, we didn't get the land that we were looking for, so we're going to pop this down. Ah, we got the land now, which is good. I think we lose the familiar. Say done. Play land. Attack in. And chump with Searchlight? Yeah, I think so. I'd rather chump with Searchlight than the Road Captain. I think there's more value built into that. If we draw one more land here, we've got all the chumps in the world, and all the next 3 moves turned out. Like, so, Imperial Oath is a really, really nice play. Well, no, we're not negating that. That's fine. Come in as a bigger body, but it's okay. Ooh, I didn't see that, but that's okay. Bam. Well, we got the mana twice. I think we Oath. don't need any more mana. Do we have anything in the graveyard? Not on the ninja side. It would be a creature at the top, and I just don't think top decking the thing matters that much. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I really want the Mirror Shell Crab out ASAP. I think it looks like that. That means that next turn we get a chance to cast the Mirror Shell. He can attack in without any concern. And if we end up with like a Michigo's Reign of Truth, we can turn that into like a win con, so to speak. As a 5/7, we've got a really nice blocker for Jukai Preserver. And so I'm not nearly as concerned. Yeah, see, that's fine too. I'll take the 4 damage and double block the Jukai Preserver. He sees it. What's he gonna miss? Very interesting play. Okay. We knew the land was coming. He's out of mana, so we're not too scared here about what's going to happen. We're going to play our crab as a nice big blocker. And we're going to take a look and see what we'd be dealing with here. I think we just wait for a removal spell. Pushing 2 extra damage at this point right now doesn't really do us any good, so we're going to say no on the attacks. If we can get a removal spell and we can take out something like the Heir of Ancient Fang or the Bamboo Archer, I think it's a totally different story. But as it stands right now, we're pretty well covered up. You just jump it. There's a lot of discard cards. There's not a ton of them in green-white, but it's a little dangerous for me to not put this thing out there, in my opinion. 3 damage removes the Jukai, the Bamboo, the Geothermal. Like, it does enough that it makes sense to just kind of keep getting wider on this board. And then if I can just remove his biggest threat, I am all in. So I'm just looking for Repel the Vial after talking the way I was talking. That's so funny. I'm looking for a... I guess... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this will give us a ninja or rogue or a creature card, and we don't have a ton going on here. The arm guard is an interesting creature to grab. We don't know what our next draw is, but you know, I'd certainly take the arm guard over some of the other stuff that's out there. So I think we'll take this. And we'll take a creature card from the graveyard, move it to the top of the library. This is a nice defender trumper. And this is just something that's going to give us 2/1 on like the road captain. Which isn't that bad. Yeah, we'll do the familiar. Still looking for that key removal spell. So important. So, do we put it on the lifelinker and make it a 5/3? It doesn't really have it survive anything extra. Do we put it over here and make this a 4/3 with, yeah, I think we do that. It just makes them a bigger threat. So, looking at the blocker situation, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. to his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 get by. They're going to be the 3 lowest ones. Well, that's going to help. Yeah, at least a little bit. I can't channel this right now. Yeah. So he would pump it, right? It's going to gain double strike, though, if it dies. I think I'm just chumping this. This would be the thing that would get rid of it, and it would kill my guy. That's not good. Boy, I really wish I had some removal spell right now, huh? I think we're just chumping. It's a very low cost on my end. Very high rate of return. Okay. So, Michigo's Reign of Truth is excellent, and it's exactly what we were hoping for. We have an extra toughness over here. If we cast it, let's take a look and see what we get. We could move the arm guard over as well. Definitely going to put it on, like, the flyer, because he's got these 3 flyers over here. They are tough, but I have no problems trading it out to get rid of one. So it ends up being a bit like a removal spell, right? So he can sell out, and I'll take out something big, and then I'll just kind of do the same thing again. Well, if I any fine. Coming for you again, my friend. Coming for you again. Yep, that's fine too. Strength in numbers, huh? I love it. We're doing it again. I'm not even thinking twice. Certainly going to get a block here. A first strike block won't kill it, which means the Geothermic Comma will go on second try. Which would you rather get rid of? The Mana Dork or the Mana Dork, right? I'd take this one, I guess. Yeah, I think that works. Right? Enter. Then I see... Do it again. Not much is going to die here, just 2 or 3 things. Now we're talking. Who's going to be the least effective here, right? It's probably the Gravelighter or the Arm Guard Familiar. I'm going to go with the Arm Guard Familiar. Be the one that I want to hold on to most, right? Who would you like to get rid of? It may sound weird, but I'd rather get rid of that guy, right? Because that's the thing that, like, is the most close to what we're doing. What happens if I attach it to, like... That's going to be the thing that dies. And I think we just push this. Oh, that's lethal. 7 plus 5 is 13. It's not lethal. So, unfortunately, I either take neither or I take one with me. So I'm going to have to take the cheap one. And I think that that's game. Unless he's got a board wipe, I think I won. Yeah, that's fine. We have a modified creature. No, we do not. Would you like to have a modified creature? Yes, I would. We got the win. We got the win. Interesting how defensive we were in that game, and how we were still able to grind out the massive turnaround there. That's huge, though. I love that win. That is such the difference between success and failure, right? Like, knowing that you won more games than you're gonna lose is just psychologically so nice. 450 to 650. The next win is worth more than the last one was. This one was worth 100. This one's worth 150. This one's worth 200. This one's worth 200. This one's worth 100. But a pack, right? I honestly felt like this deck was horrible when I drafted it. And I still think that it has major flaws. Like, major flaws. But I will accept the idea that I was wrong. We're keeping it. Slow is okay. We can go slow, fast, cast. Depending on what we see up here. Nothing, right? So we're going to do this. Got a little bit of an aggro start available here by pulling this guy out. And then this guy out. Nope, just kidding. Just kidding. Nothing aggro at all. We just... Ford of Lord Kondo. Used early and used poorly. Okay, so Modern Age lets us clean through, but we're fine on mana, and so let's put this thing out there. Let's take a look and see what's coming up next. First striker, 2/2 is cool. See if another body shows up. Let's see. He went all Saga, red-white. That's good. It's a 4/4 at this point. It's going to be like a 5 or a 6, most likely. Yeah, we got the answer for it. So, we're feeling solid. I think we're just attacking with 1 right now. And then I think that... do we want to get rid of the Passeju? What's the step 2? Put up to 1 target land card from your graveyard on top of your library? minimize the damage. Because we may want to do something with our mana at that point, and right now we don't. So it's like, okay. Nothing in the graveyard yet. Kind of think the Modern Age is the right move here. I do like the Familiar, I think, a little bit more than I like the Inkrise Infiltrator. Is this even castable yet? It is. And I could get this back with it, so let's do that. And I can cast it. Give me something to do on the board. I'm going to say no on the attacks. We'll see if we can get them to throw an attack at us. Looks like we are going to get an attack thrown at us. They're going to hit us for 5. That's going to give us a really nice crackback situation, though. It's got a fight spell. Don't worry. It's coming back. What do you do? He's going to want to do that again, right? Is Lethal Exploit on the Hand of Enlightenment a better value than a Michiga's Reign of Truth? I think the answer is no, but if I do the Lethal Exploit and he attacks again, I can do the Michigo on the next turn and really pump up the Nezumian for some major damage. I think all of that is pretty good. I think I got to get rid of this. I hate to say it, but that seems to be the right answer here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 4, I think works. I think we do the Michigo now. We stick it on a road captain, and we attack with a road captain. Right? So he can come back at me for 5 more, and I can attach the Armguard Familiar to the Road Captain and do it again. Good for you. Yeah. If we pull another removal spell, we can win the game. Interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Ooh. So close. I still think that we sacrifice the road captain to this. Right? So 5 total mana. I could stick this onto there, which I think just makes the most amount of sense. Because that thing becomes a missile. And he's going to have to sacrifice some stuff. Go all the way? He went all the way. Does that seem like a mistake? Damage, damage, damn it? Yeah. Yes, does seem a little like a mistake. Could be wrong. It might not have been a mistake, but it felt like a mistake to me. Hmm. So I have the 6 mana to do both, right? The question is, which way do you attach? Because if you attach here, he gets to not take out either one. But if you attach here, only one blocker, and that will definitely give him lethal on that creature. So I think that that's the answer, right? And so we'll say next. Damn. That's okay. Not the end of the world. We'll say no on the attacks. We'll put this out, and we'll see what comes our way. No. I am fine losing 2/2/2s to push some damage, like a 4 and 6 damage in. I'm fine with this. So if we stay wide and he blocks exactly the kinds of stuff that can do damage, we do 6. And then that puts him just in such a precarious position. I've lost games from here before. A board wipe, like a -2 across the board, would definitely do it. He's touching things in the graveyard, and I wonder why. What are you looking for here? I guess he doesn't have the card in his hand, or he's got some kind of recursion creature, and he's looking for an answer. I mean, certainly throw a body out, right? Throw a body out on the ground, and it's going to get tough. He still has plenty of mana for the samurai, I think. 1, 2, 3. Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, no, I don't think he... Yeah, he did. He did. Let me say no on the attacks. We need a better draw. We can top deck, but he's certainly stabilizing. You know, an Imperial Oath, we have 2. A Mirror Shell Crab, we have 1. A Mukotai Ambusher is good. A Gravelighter is great, because we've got the sacrifice. A Lethal Exploit's great. And Nijikunai is great. There's almost nothing left in our deck that's a bad draw. Like, almost nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Interesting, huh? We can take out Sunblade Samurai on his next attack. We did pick up a land draw, and it did turn out to not be too scary, interestingly enough. Okay. He does have 2 cards in hand. That's 1. It's not incredibly scary, but it does give him some life back on the next turn. It does also let him predict out, oh man, 1 top, that's not good. He must like what he's going to get. A Ninja's Kunai. I think that's game. Nice. Nice. We out here winning, baby. We out here winning. I thought this was not going to go well, but that is going pretty good. Similar games twice, right? You know, we start with a bit of an aggro, and then we really stabilize out. We just get wide, and we make it very difficult for them to attack in. We've got plenty of, like, sacrifice fodder, chump block fodder, and then we just look for the right opportunity to ninjutsu our way back in. 650 gems in a pack gives us win number 5 and makes us, in my opinion, we are in the money at this point because it was a total of 750 gems to get into this sucker. But we got some stuff, man. And so getting some rares that we didn't have in our set, talking about looking at, well, we're not playing almost any of the rares. Are we playing none of the rares? We're playing none of the rares. What did we draft? We drafted a Kami. We drafted this. Okay. We are playing one rare, and we drafted that. And so we've gotten the 3 rares with a 4th showing up. And I think we just keep rolling. I do think that maybe we just got unlucky on the first 2. Anyway, this is going to get quiet for a second as I change out the headset batteries. Give me 2 seconds here. Testing, testing. Yeah. All right. Waiting for an opponent. Three lands. Keep a Reckoner raid. Starting to feel pretty good about this already. A black land, a blue land, an Akiba, a Ninja Master. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be a little slow on getting this stuff out, but that's okay. It's going to look more like that. What I found, though, is aggressive is not not the soup du jour, so to speak. Yeah. Vampire. So I do think we just put the plus, the little guy out there. And if we grab another land, we can double spell if we want to, but there's no real need to. Hello, Toad Rider. Nice. Love me a Toad Rider. We do have the land to get rid of that guy. If we can get him before he throws an enchantment out, that would be incredible. I don't think that's going to happen. Sometimes it does. Tamio's safekeeping. He doesn't have green. He can pump it. I love that. Good on him from getting something positive to come out of that, but man, him losing his rare off the bat like that. Ooh. Ooh. No board state and 3 colors. He had a Tamio safekeeping. He just didn't have the mana to cast it. Ooh. Regrets. 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 I would do the Ambusher on the Incry's Infiltrator if I don't draw the land and I end up attacking in, because I get the extra attack and I get the life gain that comes in. So I'm thinking Ambusher is my best bet. He's got a removal spell. He's picking when he wants to get rid of. I've seen pretty strong black cards here, and then he switches to that, which is so interesting. We'll throw the slow land out there. We'll go next, and we'll attack like this, and then we will Mukutai that. Right? Keep the pressure on. For the sake of mana, I have no problems doing this. We don't have anything in the graveyard, so we can cycle the Restless Shadow away. Right? and have our next land drop good to go. It's a great card, but it's a little slow at this point. Oh, wow. Yeah, we can live without the Leech Gauntlet. We don't need any more life gain at this point. We can remove the Bamboo Grove Archer, and that will allow us to attack in, and then we can Michigo on the next turn. Yeah. I think I'm just Silver Fur Mastering on the attachment piece here. Right? Because we probably weren't attacking in with that guy anyway. And I do have the mana to do Michigos, so let's do it. I've lost games from here. Not many, but it's happened before. Another body. Yeah, he needs 2 more bodies to make those blocks. And so that is as aggro as our deck can get, right? Looking at it from this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did keep up on our land draws, but Michigos is such a bomb, especially when you've got a menace creature and you've been doing a good job of holding the board down. Didn't even get his chance to get his Boseiju off. You can cast Boseiju with 4 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he was 1 turn late, I guess, on the Boseiju. And, you know, looking back on it, it's this move that he made right there. You just don't want to lead off with a Toad Rider. You should have just done the Bamboo Archer, right? Yeah, you don't have any offense, but if there's a removal spell coming your way, it's not going to take out your best card in the game. So I think that you probably regret that. And here we stand, 1 win away from going 7 in a row. We took the first 2 losses yesterday, and then we have just rolled right through. So final boss for the win. We are in the money on this as far as gems. We are in the money as far as packs. And as far as decks are concerned, I had 0 faith in this deck. Like 0. I was thinking maybe I should switch to red. I had some decent green cards over here. Maybe we just get the white out. You know, but this deck has that white bomb removal and just the best card in the game as far as a late defensive, stabilization kind of card. And then on the flip side of it, it's just got these nice little ninja synergies that exist all over the place on the front end of it, making this, we've got some removal spells, we've got a couple ninja synergies over here, but, nothing like, oh my gosh, clearly you've got a ninja deck. But we've got a removal deck. We've got a ninja deck with its enablers all right here. So we went removal, ninja, and then we just went for stabilization and hopefully finisher, right? We still try to go wide for the most part once we get past turn 4 or 5. But if we can find ways to get these things mixed in with that stuff, oof, 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 so good. So good. I wouldn't say that Thousand Face Shadow has turned out to be a very good card in our deck. It is a ninjutsu, but it's an expensive ninjutsu effect. It's kind of like for 4 mana casting a second 2 mana creature. It does enable you to get those 3 damage across, which in this case gets you the life gain back. So I would question whether this card was actually good in our deck. I don't think that we pull it off too often, but I look at the other choices that we've got, and I don't think any of these are better. So, if we weren't playing green and looking at this or looking at a removal spell, I don't think that there was a better choice than than that. So overall in all, just a sneaky little deck that finds a way to scrounge up some wins, apparently, once you figure out kind of the play cycle. You also got to get a little lucky with the land. Playing 3 colors, that can be tough. We do have the removal spell in the land, and so adding those whites, 1 or 2 whites has really like evened out to our mana, not getting screwed on our mana all the way through. So there's been a lot of positives, but here we stand, final battle, coming in for the kill, want that extra pack, want that extra 100 gems, and I'm okay if I don't get it, but I want it nonetheless. 3 mana, Network Disruptor, so if one of them's blue, we're on the board and we're rolling through. One of them's blue, these 2 are black. These are both cards that are going to have to sit in our hand for a long, long, long time. So I think we're going to say keep, but we're very, very nervous. It's okay. They'll push 3 damage through, and we are flooding. I guess that's not that bad, though, because getting 2, 3, 4 damage in the early turns is a lot less to worry about. It's got a pump spell for it. This could be a faster game than I thought. Red-black is more of a sacrifice. Well, why would you... Okay. Definitely flooding out now. 4, 5. That 5 is the first chance that we can get to do something. So we've got 2 more attacks at this, and it's currently at 10 damage. Really frustrating not being able to draw a card that we can play, unfortunately. We'll play Kami Terrible Secrets for its least amount of value possible in hopes of maybe stabilizing an attack off. Imperial Oath can't be cast without a white mana. Yeah. I guess we'll just say good game, because we are just not even getting a chance to cast. Can't cast either of these. Good game. Good game. Just, I knew that hand was trouble. But that's okay. That is okay. He got a perfect aggro style deck put together. And, if we could have stabilized, if we had a white mana, like, I don't know. There wasn't a lot that could, I mean, we needed to start putting some bodies on the board fast, and it just didn't happen. So that is okay. Take our 3rd loss, and we had 850 gems out of this. We went positive on the gem front. We got ourselves 1 pack. We didn't get the chance for we had a 40% chance at the 2nd pack. We didn't grab it. That's okay. And then we open it up and see what we get. All the familiars. And this was one of the cards I was hoping to get. That's cool. Well, I mean, I guess at this point now with the protection, a lot of these dragons are going to be the kind of stuff that I'll see show up. I think it's kind of cool, though. It's flash, it's flying, and it gives indestructible. So you can go an ill-advised attack, and then you can flash this thing out there and indestructible your guy. And especially if he's got, like, Death Touch. Like, whoo, can be really neat. I dig it. Wooburg gets +5 until the end of the turn. Isn't likely to pay off too much unless we do something like a treasure synergy with red and red-white dragons, kind of thing. But, and we are going to conclude our 9th quick draft with a really solid performance on the games. And you can guess what's going to happen next, right? We're going to do it all again. I'm going to end this stream just to keep them contained. We'll tighten this whole thing into like one video, and I'll put it back up on YouTube as a video, and we'll go from there.